Hey guys, it's Mr. Membrane, and welcome to a little video that I wanted to say, because I'm not going to be, I'm not going to be uploading any videos next week, because I'm going to be gone on my mission trip, and so I wanted to take this time in the video to explain a little bit what I'm going to be doing on the mission trip, as well as what I did on last year's mission trip. For those of you who don't know, I'm going on a mission trip next week, of course. For those of you who don't know, I said at basically all my 5 subscribers know that I are the people that I know. Anyway, but what I'm going to be doing on the mission trip is we're going to be going down to Houston, Texas, to a place called Sugarland, and we're going to be helping out with hurricane relief. We're going to be fixing. Thank you. We're going to be working on the damages caused by Hurricane Harvey. I think that's what it was. But anyway, with that said, I'm going to be gone for a week. I'm going to be doing work down in Houston, going to be staying at a church, and we're just going to be down there for a week to help out around the Houston area. And with that said, last year's mission trip, we were in Minnesota, Twin Cities, Minnesota. Last year was actually my first mission trip, and I had a great time, so hopefully we're going to be doing some of the same stuff we did last year here in Houston. So that's pretty much how it's been. That's how it's going to go on next week. So this is, can't decide. I'm uploading this. I think I'm uploading this Saturday. I'm recording this currently on Thursday the 19th. So whenever you guys see it, it'll probably be Saturday the 21st. Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna go up Saturday. I'm leaving. It'd be for you guys tomorrow. For me, it's Sunday. It's really weird whenever you're recording and you're recording it ahead of time. You always say tomorrow, which would be correct for you guys, but for me, it's in like 3 days. So that's just a weird thing about recording. Anyway, PC update. Hey, I don't know, honestly. Hey, sometimes I think what's happened is that I've forgotten how it was before the whole issue was. So I think it's back to normal. I think so. Maybe a little bit less, maybe slightly worse than what it was. But I think it's pretty much, I'd say about 85% back to normal. There's still a few things that are wrong. I think mostly it's because I changed a few settings on it to, oh, I remember that. I just watched it where I don't know if this is gonna be in sync or not, but I just watched where he look at this guy. He's running down the stairs, and kaboom! Yeah. Anyway, I'm not sure how the settings that I did could have whatever, but that doesn't matter really for you guys. Anyway, now comes to the fun part of the thing. Rainbow Six. I've been getting into Rainbow Six a lot lately. As you can see, I've bought basically all the operators up until now, and I bought the Arctic skin for Arctic Universal Weapon skin, and then the Blackout Universal Weapon skin. It's just black, but I like black camo because it's cool, I think. And I just have to say, what's her name? Dokkaebi shotgun is overpowered. So is this girl, Sfinka's Spear .308. That's also overpowered as well. So hopefully they don't nerf it because I really like it. But I may be doing a few more videos on Rainbow Six here in a little while. But yeah, is this where I turned VSync on now? Okay. Yeah, oh crap, wait, I just realized you guys aren't going to be seeing any of this because and I'll just leave it in full so you guys can see what I'm doing. But anyway, that's not the point. I'm probably going to be doing more Rainbow Six videos because I've really gotten to like Rainbow Six. Don't know about multiplayer, definitely Terrorist Hunt, and maybe some of the situations if I just want to do a situation or whatnot. Yeah, so get that out of the way. Next, okay, I know I said that I'm not going to ever upload another Fortnite video ever again. That's true, I'm not. But I am going to talk about Fortnite in some of my videos because I really feel that they're just doing things that are both good, and also bad. Not bad for them, bad for me, because I chose the wrong time to say that I'm never going to play Fortnite again. I'm going to hold up to that promise. I don't think, well, I'm not, by that I mean I'm not going to ever upload another video on Fortnite, but I'm still going to be playing maybe Fortnite. But I think they've kept, one of my favorite modes is 50 versus 50, and I think they've made it permanent. Because it's been a mode for about like a month now. And so I'd be really happy if they made it permanent, Or better yet, what they do is they have a period of whenever they have like special game modes, like a solid gold or teams of 20 or whatever it is, they instead of like in the intervals between those like really special modes, they have 50 versus 50 there, and it takes the place as like another mode, because the appeal of 50 versus 50, and the reason why I really like it, is the same reason why so many people love Battlefield, is because it's just literally an all-out war. And once you get to that circle in the center, it's just an all-out war, and it's like, it's so much fun, and I love it so much. So that's why I'd be really happy if they kept it a permanent mode. And also on this topic of Fortnite, Season 5. Oh, Season 5. You incredibly, I don't even know. Okay, not gonna lie. Season 5 is really cool. Like the starting skin you get, like the very first, like one of the first skins you get. The first skin you get for buying the Battle Pass is somebody, I can't remember, but the second one is Drift, and it's fully upgraded. It looks freaking sick, and I'm tempted to buy the Battle Pass just to get that skin. But the problem is that I don't play Fortnite enough, so I know that I won't be able to get to the skin in time. But it's so cool, and that's the same problem I had with Season 3. I upgraded it completely, which was a dumb idea, just to get the John Wick skin, and ever since then I haven't been playing as much Fortnite as I have. I just don't really like Fortnite, except for 50 versus 50. 50 versus 50 is great, but I really think they have something good going for the new season. And I hope they keep up the tempo, because if they keep up the tempo, I may go back into Fortnite by myself or in 50 versus 50. But yeah, I'd be very happy if 50 versus 50 is a permanent mode. Okay, now let's get on to the important stuff. Ant-Man and the Wasp. First of all, I hate you, Marvel. If you've seen Ant-Man and the Wasp, you know exactly why I was saying I hate you, Marvel. It was a great movie. It was incredible. Probably like one of the better ones. They've done a really good job with the villains so far. Ever since Vulture, they've done a really good job with the villains. I've loved all the villains all the way up since Vulture. The way my current system goes for the villains that I like is currently it goes Thanos, because, you know, Thanos. I'm still trying to decide if Killmonger or Vulture is better, and then Ghost is probably down. So Killmonger and Vulture are tied for second, and Ghost is down there in third. But I don't know. Ghost was pretty good, so we'll have to see. May have to watch it again just to get a better feel. But that ending, not the normal ending. You know the diehard Marvel fans, not like me. If I was a diehard Marvel fan, I'd be reading comics, which I don't have comics even though I want to. But the diehard Marvel fans who stay to the very end, or the people who just stay to the very end because they know it's Marvel, know exactly what I'm talking about. The mid-credit scene was, whew, that got me right in the heart. I mean, I kind of knew it was coming, but I also wasn't really expecting it. And then the post-credit scene, ooh, you pulled some strings there, Marvel. You made it really difficult for me to like you anymore. But still, that was the post-credit scene was a tease. But yeah, okay. With that out of the way, let's move on to the Destiny 2 Forsaken DLC. It looks incredible. I am so ready for that to come out. I already have a set on reminder for the day before and the day of that it comes out. Unfortunately, the day that it comes out is right after Labor Day, so I'm going to be in school for whenever that comes out. So I'm going to have to... it's also when basketball season starts too, so I'm not going to actually be able to pick it up until after I get out of basketball. Anyway, that's that doesn't matter. The one thing that's really interesting what they're doing is they're essentially taking back the weapon system, like the way that they work the weapons. If you don't know, or if you don't play Destiny 2, the way the weapon system works is that there's a kinetic spot, an energy spot, and a power slot. Now, basically everything in the kinetic and energy slots are like assault rifles, SMGs, hand cannons, sidearms, which was... It kind of made a few of them feel kind of overpowered, and it just kind of... I have an article here that I'm going to read whenever it comes out. It says, responding to criticism that Destiny 2's weapons infrastructure was too limiting. Yeah, kind of, in a way, I guess. I'm not I don't see how it was too limiting, and if anything, it felt too open. But anyway, that's the way that it was. Let's see here. Forsaken debuts a new approach to weapon types with a focus on flexibility, ease of use, and helping Guardians to powerful their loadout selections. We definitely heard and felt ourselves the issues with the weapon slots that shipped with Destiny 2, says Forsaken project lead Scott Taylor. But we were happy, and we were able to find a solution that was an evolution from that, and not just regressing to exactly what Destiny wanted, to understand the system and what's changed from the first year of Destiny 2. It might help us remember 3 interlocking concepts. So what they're essentially doing is, I'm going to read out what they've said, but then I'm going to kind of give it in a simpler explanation, because it took me a second to figure this out. Oh, I just died on the thing. That doesn't matter. Anyway, let's see. So let's see here. Ammo type is no longer directly tied to weapon slots. Instead, ammo type dictates the power of the weapon and the relative rarity of finding the ammo type. Weapons using primary white and special green ammo can show up in either the kinetic or energy slot. A weapon in the power slot always uses heavy purple ammo. Many weapon archetypes have moved out of the power slot, and these weapons can now appear in either kinetic or energy slot. Individual weapons always drop into specific slots. For example, Hawthorne's Field Forge shotgun has become a kinetic weapon and is always found in that slot. Rare sections sometimes break the rules and show up in a different slot or with alternate ammo. For instance, an especially powerful bow might use green ammo, or some shotguns like Legend of Acreus, don't know what that is, I think that's the raid shotgun, might be so strong that they sit in the power slot. Here are the archetypes you can commonly expect to find using each ammo type. These weapons are found in the kinetic or energy slots, use primary white ammo, auto rifles, bows, hand cannons, pulse rifles, scout rifles, sidearms, and submachine guns. These weapons are found in the kinetic or energy slots and use green special ammo, breech-loaded grenade launchers, fusion rifles, shotguns, sniper rifles, and trace rifles. These weapons are found on the power slot and use purple heavy ammo, drum-loaded grenade launchers, linear fusion rifles, rocket launchers, and swords. Okay, with that out of the way, here's essentially what they're doing. So the kinetic and energy slots, they are going to, or the kinetic weapon and energy weapon are going to, essentially those two slots are going to be gone. It's going to essentially default to, the best way I can kind of describe it is they are defaulting to, you can have two weapons, any kind of two weapons, and then a power ammo. So essentially what that means is that you can either have two kinetic weapons, or two energy weapons, or one kinetic, one energy, but you're always going to have that power slot. So for instance, I'm going to give an example. So the hard light, that is going to stay an exotic energy weapon. But the way I think they're going to determine it is the more powerful a weapon is, the more... I actually have to reread this 1 second because I've completely forgot of... Yeah, okay. So depending on how powerful the weapon is, so for instance, if you have a really strong shotgun, it's going to be green ammo, an exception to like the not so powerful shotgun. So essentially what they're saying is like the green or the energy weapons are going to be the most powerful no matter what, except for the power weapons, which I'll get to that in a second. So either slot can be... Oh no, I've been saying this wrong this entire time, I'm so sorry. They're still going to have the energy, and they're still going to have the energy slot and the kinetic slot, but the energy weapons are most likely going to be more powerful than the whatever. And yeah. Right, okay, I had to clear up my head for a second to actually think. So, actually explain to myself. So, weapons like auto rifles, so essentially, this is the best example I can think of. The origin story, that is a kinetic weapon, and it'll always be a kinetic weapon, and it will shoot, kinetic energy, or kinetic shots, whatever, bullets essentially. But the hard light is an exotic, and it's an energy weapon, so it will shoot energy rounds or whatever. But the thing is that the two weapon, oh my gosh, I'm actually Actually, I'm having a very difficult time explaining this. Wow, I'm gonna have to reread this real quickly to get a better understanding. Okay, I think I've got it. Okay, here's a I think you may have already figured it out by the time that I've done reading this or whatever. Is this almost over? 1 second. Crap, it is almost over. 1 second. Restarting it. 1 second. Okay, cutting back to the what's it called? Gonna cut back to yep. When Ziggy's coming over here, he's choosing Rook, right? When are you gonna choose Rook? I know you're choosing Rook. He's choosing go up, my dude. Choose Rook now. Now he just chose Rook. Anyway, sorry. So what they're gonna do is weapons like assault rifle, auto rifles, bows, hand cannons, pulse rifles, scout rifles, sidearms, and some machine guns. Those are always going to use white ammo, essentially. So they're going to those just use white ammo. Those are the only weapons that can use white ammo. Originally it was those weapons could use either white ammo or green ammo. Now, how they're gonna transfer over guns like I don't know, but how they're gonna transfer over like the hard light, for example. That's I guess that'd be that's one of the exceptions. But depending on what kind of weapon is determines what kind of ammo they use, and it doesn't matter if it's energy or kinetic. But the way they're doing it is the type of weapon that it determines the type of ammo that it uses. So you could essentially have if you wanted to, I don't know why you'd ever want to do that, but you could have two kinetic weapons and whatever. I think I've said this earlier, but essentially that's how they're gonna do it. Certain weapons will use white ammo. Breech load grenade launchers, fusion rifles, shotguns, sniper rifles, and trace rifles will use the green ammo, and then drum loaded grenade launchers, linear fusion rifles, rocket launchers, and swords are going to be using power ammo. So that essentially, I think one of the big difference is that breech loaded grenade launchers, fusion rifles, shotguns, sniper rifles, and trace rifles. So kind of what they've done is they've moved some of the they've moved some of the heavy, what you consider a heavy ammo or weapon, into the what's it called? Moved into the not heavy ammo weapon thing or whatever, except for certain ones, probably like the Wardcliffe Coil, which will still use heavy ammo, whatever. I still don't think I fully understand it. The best way that I can describe it at the moment is that like basic, like just normal guns, like a pew 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 gun, like an assault rifle or hand cannons or bows, really, those use kinetic energy, except for beside a few exceptions like the hard light. The weapons that use green energy or green shots are those breech load grenade launchers. And yeah, the thing is though is that these weapons can be either energy or kinetic. I'm just so, like, I've played so much of Destiny 2 now that it's entrenched in me that like green's always energy, white's always kinetic. So it's gonna be really confusing to me to go in there and be like, oh, green can be energy or kinetic, or white can be energy or kinetic, and it's gonna really mess with my brain. But I think I'll be able to do it. And yeah, I'm gonna read the last portion of this because it kind of explains it a little bit better. Okay, put that all together and you can imagine the possibilities. Love distance shooting, equip a sniper rifle in your kinetic slot for pesky ads, a solar scout rifle to drop that wizard shield in your energy slot, and maybe a linear fusion rifle in your power slot to finish them off. Like things up close and personal, 3 shotguns are Oh, shotgun montages are gonna be so much fun in that, because it's gonna be like 4 now. I'm gonna like have 3 shotguns. I'm gonna be like I'm gonna shoot one, switch, shoot, switch, shoot, switch. Oh, it's gonna be so much fun. They're gonna have to nerf that so much to get that to work, but yeah. Anyway, 3 shotguns are a viable option, but you have to confront a likely shortage of ammo, since dropped ammo is split evenly between weapons that share the same ammo type. In practice, I found the system rewarding, and it was able to, whatever. Essentially what they're doing is making it to where, I don't know, you can have a sorry, you can have a primary shotgun or a machine gun. It's just, I do agree it's a little bit more rewarding and it's a little bit more open, but I don't really see how the last system was closed, if you can understand that. But yeah, we'll just have to see how it works whenever it comes out. So with that said, thank you guys for watching, and hopefully this was a little bit informative while also entertaining at the same time. And reminder, I'm going to be gone next week, so there'll be no videos, and that's pretty much it all I want to say. I will talk to you guys in the next video. Let's see if this hostage dies. I think it does. And yeah, okay. Talk to you guys in the next video. See ya.